What's going on, everybody? My name's Risenn, doing a commentary over for jmerc, as he cannot do one this week due to computer issues and some other stuff. Running a Domination game mode on Fallen, doing 39-6 at the end of all and picking up that W. Running a ACR with a hybrid scope and silencer combination. We got Scavenger Pro, Assassin Pro, and Dead Silence Pro running on this game mode. This video was from a while back before they did any hot fixes, just doing a filler video while Jeffrey is away and cannot do one for you guys. So, you may see me before. As I said, my name's Risenn. I am in a couple of videos of Jeffrey's running some search and some TDM with him, and I am in a couple of kill cams and stuff like that. Basically, I'm just his techie person, and I do everything that he needs me to do as far as video editing, the software, and any cool stuff. And I also just like to play the game. Basically, me and Jeff met in, back in high school, and I believe it's freshman year, to be honest. And as of right now, I'm a junior in college, so we have a long-lasting friendship there. Basically, we were, shooting the shit one day, for lack of a better term, and just like, hey, let's just start a YouTube channel. And a couple days later, he picked up an Apache, and I got him some video software, and here we are today. I believe we got a big handful of subscribers for a short amount of time, and a bunch of channel views, and a lot of progress has been going on. So it looks like we're heading in the direction we want to go. We're not looking for fame and fortune doing this. We're looking for, showing what we bring to the table as far as Call of Duty goes, and showing everybody our play style, which after watching a couple other subscribers, Woody, Wings, and a bunch of other people, it was just like an inspiration to do it ourselves, and to pretty much just show everyone else like there's a bunch of different play styles out there, whether you're aggressive or passive, and just doing it the way that we want without anyone, discouraging us. So in this game mode, as I said before, I do believe it's 39-6. Get a couple Predator missiles, get a couple A6 Overwatch, and I do get a Pavlo. Unfortunately, it does get taken down almost instantly, and I'm a little upset about that. So a little bit more about myself. Like I said, I'm a junior in college, working my way through it, and I'm a business major, and I'm almost done with that, so that's probably some good news. Hopefully to get somewhere in this world without, too much concerted effort. But the main reason, the main point I wanted to talk about is, back a couple days, I was at work, and this thing, it's a constant topic that comes up that just pisses me the hell off, and I don't mean to use vulgar language, but it just aggravates me to the point where I want to come on the internet and complain about it. I'm not so much mad at it as I was in the original point, due to the fact that it was like a week ago. But I work at it's like a warehouse, but it's like a grocery store at the same time kind of deal. Basically, we sell things in wholesale, and that just means it's just bigger everything. But the main thing I want to talk about, guys, is I don't mean to offend anybody by this. I don't mean to shoot anyone down, but it just comes to the point where when people come in, and I don't know if you guys have a BJ's around, but that's where I work, and if you've seen the carriage sizes, just when you go to a normal grocery store and you go to a carriage, it's just picture BJ's carriages, double that. Just picture, something twice the size what you normally used to. So you have people coming into my lane, and they have all this bunch of food, and it's just thrown all over the place, and they're trying to put it all in the belt to get it run through and to get their shit together. And then about halfway, maybe 3/4 way through the order, they tell me to stop, and then they whip out their magical EBT card and pay for it. Now, I don't have a problem with people paying EBT. The problem I have is they don't plan accordingly to the fact that, okay, they have X amount of money on their card, but they don't plan that amount when they go grocery shopping. It's like they get to the amount they know they have, let's say like 300 bucks. So when they see the register top around like 290, they tell me to stop. So that means they stop they stop me, and then they leave, which means they have the rest of their order on the belt, meaning and you know, I have people behind them and they're looking at me and I'm looking at them, and it's like this awkward like confrontation, like, okay, so I have to do this before I can take your order because these people were inconsiderate enough to do this while, you know, pretty much thinking about themselves and only themselves, while people on the other hand, you know, I've had these little old Portuguese ladies come in, buy bread and milk, and that's pretty much the only money they had on them, while these people come drop $300-400 and they don't have the common courtesy to think about anybody else in, you know, when they're out doing their business. I just find that very like stereotypical of people who have EBT cards. I don't think they understand how like good they have it. I mean, personally, me and Jeffrey, when I'm not in school, I do 40 hours a week. Jeffrey does 40 hours a week. I believe he does overtime every week. And then when I'm not in school, I mean, when I am in school, I do about 20 hours of school and about 30 hours of work every week. So, you know, I'm not like getting handed a silver platter here when I do my stuff. So when I see people do that, it kind of just like pisses me off a little bit that I'm getting taxed for this, but they're not considerate enough to you know, think of other people while they like try to be like, all I'm saying is they could be a lot more grateful than what they are. I understand that people, you know, times are tough, people are out of work, but at the other hand, you know, you gotta be positive and not be like, oh well, fuck you, I'm better than you because I don't have to pay for my food. Just another quick point, when people come in and they we only sell cigarettes by the carton, which means they're about like $60 a piece, more or less. Now, the EBT card does not cover the cost of cigarettes. So what happens with, they'll pay their food with the EBT card, and then they whip out this wad of 20s. Like, it's unbelievable how much cash these people have on them. But yet, I don't see how they're on EBT card when they're whipping out this wad of 20s that just it looks like my paycheck. To be honest, if I were to cash my paycheck, that's what it looks like. So I don't understand how they could be allowed to have such an amount to spend freely on food when they're whipping out this cash that it's like, it seems like honestly, my paycheck, which is around $250 a week, and it's just in 20s. And it's just like ridiculous. It morally pisses me off, and it makes me want to say something, but you know, fear for my job, I can't. Another thing that really royally pisses me off is when they come in, you know, they put, maybe not so much, maybe just a carriage full of stuff, and you know, it's not too bad. And they put it on the cart, and then they give me coupons, which, you know, I don't understand why someone on EB2 food gives me coupons for food, but, you know, whatever. And then say a coupon is expired, or they didn't get the right item, or they didn't get the right quantity of the item, and then they tell me to take it out. And then I look at the coupon, and it's for like $1 off, and I'm like, you know, I hate people who go to shop for, you know, whatever it is they're shopping for, and they get a little pissed off because they didn't get their $1 or $2 off and then decide not to get it. I mean, my mom is personally one of those people who does that, and I tell her all the time, you don't shop for things you want, you shop for things you need at a grocery store. So if you need it, you'll get it, and it's not more of a want because you'll get $1 off or $2 off the item. And it's just a little nerve-wracking when I have to go through this on 40 hours a week basis. So a little off topic, going back to the game. You've probably seen a couple E6 do some work. The ACR with the hybrid scope is probably my best combination in this game. A lot of people hate on this hybrid scope. I don't understand why. Jeffrey is my #1 hater of the hybrid scope, and I don't see a problem with it. At very, very long range, my only complaint is it bounces like a cheap whore on a Saturday night. And then, but every other situation, I love it, especially with the silencer. It keeps it right in place for me. And I usually run it with the zoomed in scope, but sometimes I switch off to the holographic just for situational reasons. We end up coming back from this loss. I mean, I'm not really playing the objective here, I'm just running around getting some kills. In other games, I do just play objective, and I do horribly negative, but you know what? I don't care as long as I get that big W at the end. That's all me and Jeffrey honestly ever care about. But this game is pretty much over. I know I'm not a big commentator. I'm just, you know, filling in for Jeffrey. But I hope you guys have a great rest of the week, and I'll see you out there.